Welcome back to the Pool Table Podcast hosted by Eighth Wonder. This is Sal. I'm joined here with Logan, Pressure, and today we're going to be talking to our good friend Sam, who is Reeno Studios. So,
What's up?
yeah, man. So, I've been looking forward to doing this one for a while because I think I hit you up like a week or two ago, and you're a really interesting guy, and I just had to have you on.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so actually, I'll start off like this. I don't know if you know this or like the way I found out about you, but it was like in the summer of 2019. I was like kind of scrolling through YouTube. I was kind of like looking into like the law of attraction and everything, and I think you like popped up in my recommended, and it was like how I started to make $400 a month and quit my job at a pizza place, something like that. And I watched the video and like you talked about like law of attraction and like how everyone around you was so negative and like how you were like the most positive person there and like how they needed you and all this stuff. And I'm like, holy crap, like this guy's like actually onto something. And so I remember I hit you up. I was like, "Yo, bro, like I love everything you're saying. I totally relate to that. Like, keep doing what you're doing." I think I said something like that. Like, I was really small at the time. I know you're bigger than me, and I just found out through YouTube. I was really like rocking with what you had to say.
That's so crazy, bro. That's how you found me? That's how you first found me?
Yeah, dude. I don't think you knew that or not. Like, I didn't really know who you were, but like I kind of pieced the puzzle, or I put the puzzle pieces together after I like had seen the lace locks on Avant Space. I was like, oh,
Mm.
okay, that's that guy. Because I didn't really know what you did. I thought you were just like an artist at first. I didn't realize you had all these different things you were doing, like clothing, lace locks, all this stuff. And I was like, wow, like this guy's like actually got something good.
Wow, that's crazy, bro. I feel like my YouTube must have been so small at that point. Like, no one was ever finding me from YouTube. They would find me through Instagram or whatever, and then be like, "Oh, you have a YouTube? Cool."
It was
That
vice
is
versa
that is
for
pretty
me.
crazy. Like that is such a crazy coincidence.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I popped up in your recommended. That's
Yep.
crazy though, because if I didn't pop it up in your recommended, we 100% still would have like connected in a different way.
Yeah, I know. Cause earlier this year, like we weren't really close. Or no, it was in 2019 that I don't know if you remember this or not, but I hit you up and I was like, "Yo, bro, like, can I send you clothes?" And I sent you like a long sleeve T-shirt and like another T-shirt.
Yeah, bro. I remember I said close.
Yeah, I remember that too. That was funny. And then earlier this year, Diego got a Reno profile picture, and like this time, like Parker had one, like Will had one. I was like, "Yo, I want a Reno profile picture," and I hit you up, and you're like, "Yeah, bro, I could do it. Just send me like that one pair of shorts in return." And so I sent you like that was like my pair of shorts, like my
Oh
personal pair. I
yeah.
wanted.
I thought
Yeah,
those were so sick. Yo, that's crazy. If you didn't have a Reno profile picture at that time, you really weren't shit. You were not popping.
that's really how it was. All right, so obviously I know this story. Probably a lot of people do, but for the ones that don't, tell everyone how you got your name.
Oh, Reno Studios?
Yeah.
The thing about that is, I've said it before on other interviews, but I don't want it to be like everybody knows. So if you want to know that, you're gonna have to search for it. I'm not just
All
gonna
right.
spell it out again.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Mystery. We like a good mystery.
Mystery man.
Yeah, keep it a
I'm gonna
little
have to
bit.
do some research and figure that out.
All right, so I'm sure you talk about this in every other interview, but how did everything come to be with like you working with Billie Eilish, Playboi Carti, and Travis Scott doing merch for Lucki? Like, let's start with the Billie Eilish. How did that come to be? Because I know the story, but a lot of people don't.
Okay, so that was pretty much. I mean, you were talking about the law of attraction before, manifesting and stuff. I worked at this pizza restaurant. It was really a great first job, but I worked there for about 3 months, and I was just like, all right, what am I really doing here? Like, I'm good at art, and I also love art, and like other people my age are making sick money, or not even sick money, just enough money to not have a job like this, minimum wage job. So I'm like, what am I doing? So I started kind of starting with the law of attraction, and just started thinking positively, and just started like taking action, reading books, and just trying to level up so I could get out of there. And I started posting my stuff online. I started doing celebrity portraits, and I had a pretty unique style at that time that a lot of other people didn't really have. They were doing kind of like lame portraits. Nah, not everybody. Some of them were also really sick, but like a lot of people's portraits were just kind of regular. And mine were just a little bit different, and I don't know. I guess people really liked them. And then eventually Billie saw one because I would send it to her fan pages, and I would literally send it to hundreds and hundreds of her fan pages and just like, pretty much beg them to repost it uh in exchange for like a shout out or something like that. And eventually a bunch of people reposted it. I mean, maybe it was like 14 people or something, or 15, but she eventually saw it, and she liked it. And then her manager just literally DM'd me one day. I had like 300 followers, and Billie Eilish's manager DM'd me. I'd never worked with anyone, let
Wow.
alone a big artist or a celebrity. I'd never worked with anybody yet with art. So that was the first thing I ever did. And he was like, we want to put it on some merch. And I basically just reformatted it, changed it up a little bit. He said that I could add Reeno Studios to it somewhere. So I did that. And he said that we could label it as a collab tee, which is so rare and
Oh
crazy
my
to think back
god.
on. So that shirt actually said like Billie Eilish X Reeno Studios on it or something like that. So that was literally like got my name out there, and then from there it was just it was up. I started doing commissions for other people, and eventually making enough money to be able to quit. And then when I quit, I just put all that extra time back into it, and just kept going, kept working with more celebrities.
That's crazy. Do you like keep in like messenger at all or anything anymore? Or, like keep in contact ever?
Yeah, whenever it's like, well, I hit her up one time. Actually, I hit up her manager one time when she was touring in Miami, and I got some free tickets. I was supposed to go meet them, but like it was crazy. It was the first night of the tour, so it kind of didn't
Mhm.
go. But I sent her some clothes that time. Not sent her. I like dropped off some clothes that time. I
That's
sent
so
her my
sick.
like whenever I made anything Billie Eilish related, I always send it to her. And she usually
Yeah.
actually still responds, and which is really cool.
That's awesome. And it's crazy how you're talking about like the way you got in contact with her, like linking with all these fan pages and everything like that, because I remember seeing that YouTube video about like how to get your art out there, even
Yeah, I
though
watched
I'm
that
not
one too.
really even though I'm not really an artist. Like I told my friend, Sesh Monkey Ethan. Yeah, so he does these rapper comics, and for example, he does like the Travis Scott one, he did the Eminem one, he did the Tyler the
Mhm.
Creator. And what I told him to do, I was like, yo, bro, like go hit up all these fan pages, get them to repost the comic, and like all of them did. And he actually got posted on Double XL's Instagram and Twitter for the Travis Scott one, which was crazy.
Yep. Yeah, no, it really works. It worked a lot better when I did it because the algorithm has changed, and also the fan page culture was so crazy back then. Like there was so many X fan pages, XXX Tentacion,
I
and
remember
Billie
that.
Eilish fan pages, bro. It would literally be like five new ones every 5 minutes. Like just straight up. Every time you refresh the page it'd be new. So I don't know how much that's changed or not, but it was just like I was like, how is this free? Like this is not fair. This I could just
Yeah.
DM whoever I want, pretty much however many times I want. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of resources I feel like people aren't taking full advantage of.
No, definitely. I feel like a couple years ago, DMing was just kind of like less limited than it is now because you get action blocked real fast now.
But
Yeah.
that's what I said was gonna happen back then. I actually said it was gonna be like Candy Crush, where like Candy Crush you get like a certain amount of lives, and then once you use them up, now you have to pay. I thought the
Yeah.
Instagram was gonna do that. Like if you want to send any more than 10 DMs a day, like you're gonna have to pay $5 because like
Dude,
a business charge or something. But I don't want
I'm
to give
so
them any
surprised.
ideas.
Yeah, I know. It's funny you say that because I'm actually so surprised they haven't come out with any kind of like Instagram Gold or Instagram Premium thing where you pay like a monthly fee, kind of like what they do with LinkedIn Premium.
Yeah, bro, exactly. So I mean, I guess they did in a way with the action block thing, but they could have been smarter with it and made some money.
Yeah, I know. All right, moving on. So you currently go to RISD. So I know you want to talk about that a little bit. So tell us about school, college life, and how you got in.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I wanted to bring that up because like that's just a huge part of my life right now. I just felt like it would be leaving something out to not talk about it. But yeah, I'm in RISD. I'm at Rhode Island School of Design up in the Northeast. Very cold, but it's a sick school. It's like the best graphic design program in the country, and I'm just learning so much over there. Like right now, we're on this thing called winter session, which is like a little session in between the semesters, and I'm in this class called Punk Productions, and it's just the study of punk culture and the history of punk and like studying
Wow.
subcultures and stuff. Bro, like it's just so interesting. Like I never really was a huge fan of like school except for the social aspect. But now, bro, like I love everything I learn about. We have like design classes. It's also interesting to me. We have drawing, spatial dynamics, and bro, it's just making me such a sicker artist. Like, and college is so fun, bro. It's so sick. Like, everyone should go if you can afford to go. For me, I got a really good scholarship. I'm very lucky. But you know, if you can find a way to go, you should. But as far as how I got in, man, I worked really hard on developing like a really well-rounded portfolio. I hit up a bunch of people that already went there. I mean, this was my dream school. I really didn't want to go to any other school. So I was talking to kids that went to RISD that I've never talked to. Like, I would literally search up RISD on Instagram to see like students who go there and be like, yo, how did you get in? How do I get in? What do I need to include in my portfolio? Helped people, you know, I had people helping me. I had my brother helping me with my essay. It was literally perfect, bro. Like I did 14 drafts of my essay. I did like
Wow.
this sickest RISD project, which you have to do to try to get in. It was the canvas made out of paint and the
I remember
interchangeable paintings. Yeah.
that was awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, bro, like I just set it up so that I knew I couldn't really not like it just straight would not have made any sense if I didn't get in. Like, but I worked that hard, you know what I mean? So
Yeah. In your portfolio, did you include any kind of things you did for like Billie Eilish, the Travis Scott portfolio, anything like that that we can find on your Instagram?
I'd have included the Travis Scott picture with
Mhm.
his braids going everywhere. I might have included that because it was just a really cool portrait. I don't think I did the Billy one. I did like one of my clothing collections as a whole collection, figure drawing, stuff like that. But most of it not on my Instagram.
Huh. So like what did you include in your portfolio then that if it's like not stuff we can find on your Instagram?
Well, because art schools are looking for something else. Like to them, the pop culture thing, they don't really get it. They just see it as like corny fan art. No matter really what it is, they're just gonna be like, "Oh wow, he's like, you know, the kid, the little girl in the back of the class that's like, you know, drawing a picture of Beyonce or something." They just think it's corny. Like, you know what I mean?
Huh.
It's not looked at in the same way. So I did like still lifes, figure drawings, stuff like this, and then you know digital art with like color stuff I did for album covers for people. You know, I did the thing I did with the screen printing by hand, that type of
Oh
shit, bro.
yeah.
Like,
Man, that's awesome. I'm really proud of you for getting in. You also wanted to bring up like working out, so I'll let you take the floor with that.
yeah, bro. I mean, that's another thing I just felt like should be touched on. I just been going to the gym every single day, working out, and I felt like it wasn't gonna come up like if we didn't talk about it. But I feel like that's important to me right now. And I just been enjoying it. Like I've been eating really good, been working out every single day, like increasing my weight that I'm lifting and shit. You know, increasing my body weight, and bro, it's just healthy. It just feels good. So
Yeah, I see
just
on
wanted
your
to say
closing story, you be looking nice.
that. Thanks, bro. I'm working on it. I have big goals set for this year for working out.
That's great. I personally don't work out. I don't really eat too good either, so that's not too good for me.
Give it a try, bro.
I really should. I don't know. I always find an excuse for why I shouldn't. Oh, I'm too
I mean,
busy.
yeah, it all depends though too. I wish I was like somebody that could go without working out, but I feel like a part of me, I don't know, bro. Like I feel bad. I feel sluggish. I can't really think if I'm not like going out. If I don't work out, I literally have to like go out and go for a walk or something. Like I don't know. I can't really sit still.
Yeah, I got you. All right, so we'll move on to the next thing. Obviously, everyone knows Sam kind of paved the way for mockup packs. So, how did you even think of the idea to make a mockup pack? Because I had no one had even heard of a mockup pack until you dropped yours.
Basically, I was just, you know, designing clothes and I was like, you know, doing what everyone else did where you just go online and you search up like red shirt, you try to find the best one or you go to like your favorite streetwear brand and see if they've released any red shirts and
Hmm.
find the best one and edit out the design and I was like, man, this is just a lot of work. Like I always use the same blanks anyways to make these shirts. Why don't I just order all the shirts myself and take the pictures myself and start using my own mock-ups? And a lot of designers do this. They take their own mock-up pictures. But I was just like, I know a lot of my friends use these same shirts, and I know these are like industry standard. They're the all style 1301. So
Yeah.
everyone could use this. Like I might as well just put them up, And
Yeah.
I just wanted to like sell them for, cheap price. They're only $10 for the whole thing. It comes like 54 images, tutorials and all this type of stuff. So, yeah. And I didn't think it was gonna do so well. I just thought it was gonna be like an extra thing on my website. Like I always had the Reno method, which like would sell
Yeah.
occasionally, but like it wasn't like a crazy bestseller. And then this just blew up, bro. It was just crazy. So then I was just like, okay, this is a thing. And then I just started building it out more. I have like a team of people working on it now.
That's awesome.
That's
You have
crazy.
the hoodies, crew necks, sweatpants. You have all that stuff on your website, which is really sick.
Yeah, yeah. And there's a lot more coming. Next we have long sleeves, then we have truckers, then we have shorts, then there's about I want to say like 20 plus other ones after that.
No way.
I saw some. I think it was on your close friends, the truckers. Dude, they looked really good.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, those are
Looking
gonna
forward to
have like
those.
all different angles and everything.
The
Nice.
the hardest the hardest one, like for truckers that I have the hardest thing with is like a good front facing shot of a trucker. You literally cannot find a good one online anywhere.
Yeah, well, we got one of every color, so you don't have to worry about that.
Nice.
Nice.
That's
Uh,
amazing.
I've seen a bunch of like really big people have used your mockups, like Dennis Rodman, Juice World's team. Who else has used your mockups that maybe we might not know about?
Yeah, so there's Dennis Rodman, Juice World, Justin Bieber,
Wow.
Tekka. Um, hold on, I want to make sure I'm not forgetting any.
I'm pretty
Justin
sure.
Bieber, Dennis Rodman, The Weeknd, Trippie Redd, Juice World, Lil Tecca, Freddie Gibbs, Kevin Abstract. Those are some of the main ones. Then there's like the Kid Leroy, a bunch of other ones.
It's a solid lineup of people.
Yeah. So I posted on my story yesterday. If anyone had any questions for you, and the main one, I'm sure it's very predictable, but was who's your biggest like inspiration? I know you're a big fan of Kanye West, by the way.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth there. Yeah, I would say he's. I mean, there's a lot. There's literally over 100 of them that are like some of my biggest inspirations, but he definitely just is the biggest one. There's no debate.
So like, what do you like about Kanye specifically?
I mean, more than anything, it's just his music, bro. Like, I don't know, something about it just connects with me so much. Like, I feel like I understand him and he understands me with like the type of stuff that he makes and the level of taste that everything he touches has. Well, maybe not everything, but like if you go before like 2013 or even 2014, just the level of taste with everything, like with Donda, with like his marketing, like with you know displaying the video on top of buildings and just like Yeezus, My Beautiful Dark, all the albums, all the merch, Zion Agency, working with Virgil, having over 116 collaborators on one album. It just all is like exactly the type of stuff that I'm going for in a different lane. And then on
Awesome.
top of that, just like the positivity and like the interviews and the belief in himself, and it's just everything, like everything about it I love.
What's your favorite project of his?
Musical,
Yeah, musical.
I mean, that's a hard one, bro. It's always a tough one. I mean, it depends. Like right now it's probably Yeezus, just because that's the type of vibe that I'm in right now and that's how
Yeah.
I'm designing right now. But like, you know, when some sad shit happens, then it's 808s, and then it's like
Yeah.
when some like dope shit happens or when you just feel fucking like awesome, it's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. It just changes.
You know what's crazy? It's
Mhm.
funny you said like right now, like my designs are kind of reflecting Yeezus. Like I've literally sat there for some of my collection. And it's like, okay, I want to only listen to this Kanye album when I'm designing because I want to like kind of embody what he's feeling in these songs. Like that's so funny that you say that because I've done that before.
Yep, yep. And bro, like, and exactly, that's so essential too. Like, if you're listening to some trash music while trying to design a collection, like, it's just not gonna come out good. Like, the taste level has to always be super high, especially when you're working on stuff of your own, because it's just gonna
Oh, definitely.
assimilate. So the more you consume of it, you know, And that's a good thing because the more Kanye you consume, or the more like whatever great artist that you consume, you're also gonna, reflect that too. So yeah, man.
Yeah, definitely. So, like, what's your favorite Kanye song of all time? Like, you gotta have one.
I seriously don't, but I will say that like Alien with Young Thug, the unreleased from Yandi, is really just a crazy track. Like it's crazy. Like it could be really deconstructed and talked about. But
Huh.
so that's definitely one of them. But then also Send It Up. No, it's not Send It Up. It's the
Oh,
first whatever's the first track off Yeezus, where it's
on
little
site.
kid singing. What?
Yeah, on site.
Yeah, that one's crazy.
My top couple of Kanye songs are gonna have to be "Last Call," which is the last song on College Dropout. It's like 12 minutes long, where he just kind of tells like this story of like
Mhm.
how he kind of made it, like, and how he got signed to Rockefeller. I also really like Diamonds from Sierra Leone remix with Jay-Z, because like Jay-Z
Mhm.
just kind of goes stupid on that. He's like, "I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Let me handle my own business. Damn." Like he spits some facts on that. I really
You
like
know that
Flashing
one,
Lights.
I actually like the non-remix version
Really,
because there's a verse.
I like both of them, but I like the Jay Z one better. But go ahead, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, it's okay because there's a verse on on the non-remix version that gets cut out, and it's like one of my favorite verses of all time.
I'm gonna have to give a
Just
listen to that.
look at the lyrics and just like, yo, that verse is so crazy.
Okay,
Sorry, what were
so
you saying?
I said that. Damn, that's crazy. So another question I had was, this guy said, "Can we all make it?
No,
Why not?"
because we just can't all make it. Like, it's just not enough room.
I agree.
We just can't.
Yeah,
But
you
if
gotta.
if you work harder than everybody else, then yeah, you can make it. I mean, I guess I should say everyone has the potential to make it, but we're not all going to. I mean, but then again, it's like, what does that even mean, making it? Like,
Yeah,
I feel like that's a broken question. Like, I feel like I disagree with that question. Like, you
I think the
shouldn't.
definition is different for everyone, but I think the statement should just be successful in general instead of make it. Because like
even
everyone has the potential to be successful, but it's all in how hard they're willing to work to achieve that.
yeah, and then even then, like, what do you define as successful?
Yeah, I mean that's a personal thing, but
Yeah,
whatever your goal is, it's definitely possible to achieve. It's just in how hard you're willing to work to get there.
I feel like we all can make it. It's just not everyone realizes that and applies themselves enough to get where they want to be.
I mean, I would agree with that. I would say, don't think about it like that. Just think about because he's this guy. I could tell just by the way, or girl who's asking is thinking in like a competitive mindset because they're thinking like, can we all make it? He's like thinking about everyone else. Like, don't even think about anyone else. Just figure out what goals you want to achieve and how you're going to achieve them, and then just work on it, bro. But also, don't put like your happiness off until after you've achieved that and think that you can't just like enjoy life until you got that because you're just gonna be sad like for years or then you're gonna get that going. You're gonna be like, all right, that's cool. Now I'm gonna be happy when I make this amount of money or when I make it in this way. And so I don't know, bro. Just before you even start, just take some time, reflect, think about the way that you're even thinking about this whole shit.
I got a question for you. Do
But
you It's like a two-part question. Do you think the industry that we're in is like competitive?
I mean, I think every industry, I mean, anything that has a dollar in it is competitive.
Yeah.
The only thing that's not competitive is like nature. Like, I mean, something that doesn't have any dollars in it. And I don't mean like an industry based on cutting down trees. I mean like actual nature is not competitive
Yeah.
because it's like they're not trying to reach an end goal. Like these trees are not growing to reach like an end goal or grow taller than the next tree. Like, it just exists. So I mean, it's gonna be competitive, but and actually, in actuality, it's one of the most competitive industries,
Mhm.
clothing, and it's one of the most foul industries. And whenever people ask like, how do I start a clothing brand or like how do I make shirts like or what brand of shirts do you? I tend to say like just don't make one, and I'm not doing that to be like a dick or be like you don't have what it takes to make one, but it's like such a hard fucking like competitive, almost toxic industry that it's like if you're having trouble picking out the blank or getting started, like it's not gonna get easier.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like
if you had the DM for that, then it's like
mhm.
I
that's
don't know,
that's
man, good luck.
I really agree with you there. Like if you if you get to the point where you're resorting to DM people to like find that kind of knowledge out, it means you're not invested enough to like find it on your own, because there's some certain things that aren't as hard to find as people think they are. Like I
It's like,
understand like
yeah, but
reaching out
it's
to get
like,
help, but
try.
yeah, you need to try before you like your last resort is to ask somebody. Like you gotta try
Yeah,
first.
Jay Z said, you know, maybe Sal will know this. What Jay Z said: Google is your best friend.
Yep. I tell
Hmm.
people that every day.
Yeah, I think
Exactly.
you can find like 99% of the information you know on Google, Instagram, and Reddit.
Bro, even Menace made a guide of how to start your own brand. It's on their
Yeah,
website.
like Menace made a guide. Like there's so much knowledge out there. You just have to want to find it. Like if you can't find it, you don't want to find it. Like you just want to be given the answers.
Just go on Google.
Yeah.
So
Well,
easy.
then again, there's definitely value in talking to like people that have experience. Just be tasteful about it.
Yeah,
Like it
exactly.
goes
Like
back to
don't
what
just
I was
like.
saying before.
Yeah,
Mhm.
don't come in my DM saying, "Hey, how do I start a brand?" Come in saying, "Hey, so I've done my research. I see that the good blanks are this blank and that blank. Which one do you recommend better?"
Yeah,
Maybe
like
I'll reply to you
I'd
then.
rather I'd
Yeah,
much rather someone ask me like and like ask me something like that, like which one like I would personally rather use over like which one do you use. Like I want you to like
yeah,
this is what I tell people when they ask me about blanks. I say what you need to do is go get a bunch of different blanks, like do your research, get a bunch of different ones, and like wear them all, wash them all, figure out which one you like the best, and like
Yeah,
whichever one
yeah.
you like the
Exactly.
best
That's
is
what
which
I
one
think
you
too.
should use. Like
Yeah.
don't get what everyone else is using. Like figure out what you like the best and what you'd want to buy,
here's
and
a
don't
little.
make stuff that yeah you need to make stuff that you want to buy, not stuff that like everyone else is making. Like
Oh yeah. Here's a little free game. If someone did, this is if someone wanted to get my attention because sometimes I don't really answer DMs. They could say, "Hey, I want to send you a T-shirt. I have the option to print on blank A and blank B. Which would you rather have?" I'll probably reply then because you're gonna send me a free T-shirt and T.
Oh, that's not smart. Not smart.
Um, another thing
yeah,
is
that is a good idea.
another
And
free
then
advice for
there's
everyone.
part two of the free game is you don't even have to send it to them. You already got the
Yeah,
information.
you really don't. Where'd you get the information? Like, well, yeah,
Exactly.
you need to think smarter, not harder.
That's slimy
Um,
of us.
Another thing
Yeah,
is, don't ever go in someone's DM just saying hi. Get to the point. Put the point in the DM. Like, I want to know what you're DMing. Like, don't say hi. I have a question. Like, get to the point. Like, I'm more likely to reply if you tell me what you're asking rather than just if you say hi.
but people really
Yo,
be
straight
DMing
up.
just saying hi, just saying like hi. That's it.
Yeah, same.
Like what?
What am I gonna do with that?
Like my chances of just responding to a DM that just says hi is literally 0%.
Mhm.
0%. I'm not answering it.
It's getting deleted.
That's funny.
All right, so I want to talk about this. I want to talk about like the more the clothing side of Reno. So we have Reno Clothing, like, and you collab with our good friend Ryan. How did that come to be?
So this Canadian just slid into my DMs one day talking about like mooses and maple syrup or something, but somewhere in there he talked about like wanting to do a collab. And I was like, actually, no, I think he at first he just wanted a design or something, like something small. And I was like, I saw he had like maybe 2,000 followers, and I probably had only 100, or I don't know, could have been a little more. But I was like, well, we should just collab. Like, if I'm gonna make you a design, might as well collab. Because in my head, I was thinking like a lot of my stuff is gonna be my drawings and like my unique way of having designs. So I don't want that to be, watered down by all these other brands having that design style. So I didn't
Mhm.
want to just do designs for other brands. I was like, if we're gonna do design, if I'm gonna do designs for you, let's just do the whole collab. And I never do that, and I would never do that again because you don't know that person. So it's like you're gonna have to work with them and make money with them and market with them and work, and that's your wife for the next month or 3 months. And like I just happened to like we just happened to click. Like literally that was it. Like he happened to be a good person that I made that mistake with. And it was actually just mad fun and like we just did our thing and it was a different thing to me collabing because I just wanted my way. But ultimately he was like we were bringing out the best in each other. Like he was making my designs be up to a higher level and he was keeping it real with me if he just didn't like something I made, he'd be like, "Bro, it's just whack." Like or it just doesn't fit. And so it definitely helped me, and it was really fun. So that's kind of how that came about. But yeah, he literally just DM'd me.
I'm literally so mad that I don't have the boxing tee. I got the explosion tee and I wore that thing to the ground. Like it's already
Dude,
cracking a little bit.
I forgot I had that tee. I wore it once in the I when you have a brand, you end up with so many tees from like your brand, your friends' brands, and
Yeah.
like I have like probably like 10 eighth wonder tees that aren't even open. I have like 10 of my own shirts that I've made that aren't even open. Like,
Same.
and then I have like stacks of tees that I just like that I've worn once. Like,
Bro, I could really do the challenge where you wear like a different shirt every day of the year.
bro, I was thinking about that. It's possible. It's
If you do
definitely
it, I'll do it.
no, I just wear the black shirt every day.
On the last day, you have to wear Reno's big T-shirt. That's like what, like a
Yeah,
10.
Reeno's big T-shirt.
15XL.
Yeah, tell us about the big T-shirt because I love that concept so much.
Wow, man, it's honestly hard to even remember why that came about, but I do remember that I used it as a school project. Um, and I'm wondering if it was because of no, I think it was something I had already planned a long time ago. I was like, you know, I want to be able to make a shirt where it's like an art piece where like you could this is why, because the original thing that was going to happen was it was going to be a piece for school that was going to be hung up on a wall in a gallery. Now Corona shut that
Wow.
down, but like when the project first started, that was the thing, and I was like, okay, well, I just want to do my extra shirt, but I was like, I mean, that's just gonna get lost, you know. I want it to be the size of like a Basquiat, like one of these huge paintings, or like a Rothko. And so I was like, I'll just get a huge shirt. Like, I don't even know. Do they even make those? And then I looked it up and I was like, I mean, there's got to be some huge people. So there's got to be some huge shirts.
Yeah.
So I'm like the biggest shirt and I just ordered it.
So how much was it and what size was it, like specifically?
Oh, bro, it wasn't expensive. It was like $20 or something like that. Um, and the size was like some size that I've never heard of, which basically I think it said like 7XT, something like that,
Uh,
like
that means
some
extra
letters that I've
tall.
never heard of,
The T means
and
tall.
I think it was extra thick, but
Extra
I don't
thick.
know. It was definitely like comparable to what a 15XL would be, or maybe like a 10XL or some shit, you know.
So where's that T-shirt at today? Where does it reside?
Oh, wow, where does it reside? I think I have it.
He doesn't even
I'm
know.
pretty sure I have it.
You
Oh
know what
no, I
they're.
raffled it off. I raffled it off.
Oh, that's sick. Whoever has that, that's awesome. Hit me if you're listening to this and you have that, hit me up. I want to buy it.
Honestly,
Sell
they
it to
might like.
sell.
If I would have got it, I would have like turned it into a blanket or something, you know,
Facts.
or stuffed it.
You make a big blanket like that.
Sew the hole shut and stuff it with cotton. Make a giant like pillow out of it, or bean bag. It might be big enough for a bean bag.
Yo.
Whoa, that would be sick.
You know what it reminds me of? Like on Supreme's Instagram, they have a picture hanging on a wall of this giant box logo T-shirt, and like the guys are sitting on the couch, like they're wearing the box logo T-shirt, but like behind them, hanging up on the wall, is a giant version.
Yeah, I seen that picture. I don't know which one came first. Probably theirs. Probably theirs, but I didn't see it
I
beforehand.
might have been the Reno one, to be honest.
Then I'm gonna sue them. So that's all good.
You gotta force them to collab, or they get sued.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I don't want to anymore.
You don't want to? Why
Straight
not?
up. Nah, because they're not cool anymore. They're straight up not cool.
But you don't think you could kind of bring that cool factor back to them?
Bro, no, they don't deserve that, bro.
All right.
I mean, like, I could, but like, I don't know, man. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to like touch lame brands and just revive them. Like, I want to just only link with other five brands. You know what I'm saying?
So you're not Oprah Winfrey. It's not like you get the Reno touch. You get the Reno touch.
Yeah, I have. There's an approval. There's like, I have like a scale. You gotta meet up scale. Like, if you reach out to me and you say like, "Yo, can we collab?" You're not up onto the scale. Like, only is it a no, but I'm offended, and you like made my day worse.
Oh, I feel that.
So
People
think about that before you say that.
don't ever come into someone's DM saying collab question mark. That's the way to get like not liked.
Yeah,
And especially if you're private,
Oh God.
I'm gonna hate you. Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna hate you.
I'm a big like believer that you should only really do collabs with people like you genuinely fuck with and like know on a personal level.
I agree with that.
Well,
No,
one
I
thing.
did it with Ryan.
Well, I feel like with
Some
Ryan,
random Canadian.
Ryan was telling me like before he even reached out, he was like, "Hey, I want to get a few designs from Reno." I was like, "Yeah, he's sick," because I actually got a Reno design, and in 10 years when Reno is like huge and everyone knows Reeno Studios, he's a household name. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna put that design out, and then I'm gonna have the Reno co-sign. I'm
Holding it? You're holding on to it?
holding on to it. I really am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let the resale value run out.
I mean, it's like investing. I invested in a Reno design, and when Reno's crazy friggin' exploded, I'm gonna put it out.
One should think about really hard what Sal just said whenever I put up that I'm doing commissions.
Oh no, he's gonna do that. Well, wait, oh, you just did. You just put up you're doing commissions. I still need mine.
Oh yeah, no, I got you. I'm gonna do some more later.
Bet. But yeah, I feel like with Ryan, the collab, like that, he's like, yo, we should add Reno to the group chat, and we were all like, hell yeah, and then like he became close with all of us. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, before like I didn't really know you, and I thought you were like this real serious guy, like nothing could be joking. I didn't think that Reno Sam could
Really?
joke. I didn't think he could make a joke. I thought he was really strictly business, and then I got on FaceTime with you guys one time, and I just hear this kid like laughing, making jokes. I was like, wait, this is the Reeno Studios.
Bro, I have way more trouble being serious.
I find that so hard to believe.
Really? Even still?
Yeah, I feel like you're just like a serious person who's like, I don't know. Whenever I think of you, like I think of like, "Damn, like that kid's got his shit together."
This one matters, but I like to it's just not as fun. It's just more fun to just be like whenever I'm on FaceTime with like Ryan or Diego, and then they start getting boring, I just start just being bored and leave. Nah, it's not fun, bro. You can't be serious. Bro, what the fuck are we being serious about, bro?
Yeah, I know.
Nothing
We're
is
just
serious.
nothing matters. Literally, it's like what Ass Pizza says. So I'm a huge fan of all these projects you put out, such as like the Alfredo Santana with Alfredo sauce. Like as an Italian who loves sauce, I think that's amazing. The Chief Keef macaroni, that's hilarious. And I really like the Andy Warhol forces. I think like all this stuff you do is so cool. Like where do you even how does one think to make Alfredo Santana out of Alfredo sauce? Like what?
Bro, how does one not think of that? His name is Fredo. Like, where does your like, where does your mind go when you hear Fredo Santana? You just don't. What
I
happens?
think I think of like Zach FTP because like the collab or whatever, and like he modeled the lookbook. I just think of like Chief Keef. That's where my mind
I'm a,
goes when I hear Alfredo Santana.
I'm a very literal person. Whenever like I heard Imran potato and I was like, what is Imran? And also, what is potato? Like, why is he called that? And then I actually did an Imran potato. Oh yeah, have you seen that?
I did.
I actually did two Imran potatoes. One of them I sent to him. I sent him clothes one time or something like that.
You sent him a stale
And then
potato.
what?
You sent him a stale potato.
Ah, not stale. I wish it was stale. It was mushy, bro. And the mushy. Oh, I sent him the Walmart T-shirt, and he really liked it. But the potato got all soggy, and it got soggy on the shirt, which was such a shame.
Ah,
But anyways, yeah. So I don't know, bro. Like, that's just what I think of, and sometimes it doesn't happen right away. But then I'll be laying awake at night, and I'll be thinking about like what goals I want to achieve. I'll be thinking really long term about it, and then I'll get like this really weird short term vision of like I have to make a macaroni box out of Chief Keef's song, and then it all comes full circle some way.
the Nike ad where you made the pie shoe. Oh my god, that was genius. Like, dude, you're blessed to have your mind think the way it does because like you're just thinking of a million different things that I would never think of.
Yeah, that was a crazy night. I feel like that was the night where my dad was like started to believe in me because I literally was sitting there in the kitchen cutting pieces of pie and making a shoe out of it, and like making him buy like blueberry filling and all this type of stuff, and I literally baked it like in the oven and baked a shoeberry pie. And Yo, that was a paradigm shift, I think, for everybody. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's just where my mind goes.
You actually made me look up paradigms and everything when I heard you talk about it on YouTube because like I literally I used to work at a grocery store. I used to be in college. Like I no hate to college. It's just not my thing. Like I just like I wanted to change the situation I was in. I was like, and I was looking up like paradigm shifts. I was looking up like law of attraction and everything, and like I really applied that. And like low key, like I just had to thank you for like kind of guy like you're the one who really got me into that. Like just watching your videos, like your YouTube. People don't know. Oh my God, Reeno's YouTube is a hidden gem. You should be watching every one of his videos. I'm not even kidding. Like developing your vision, all these things. Like it's just free knowledge, and like coming from someone as successful as Sam, like I think you all should be listening and like watching his videos.
Thank you. I appreciate that. My idea for the YouTube is that like it's cool. It's cool now, but I feel like in like 20 years it'll be so cool. Like it'll be so cool. Like imagine if like one of your like a big person that you really like had videos from like the very beginning of the start of like what they were doing, like explaining their thought process and shit. Like that's how I think of it.
You know what's insane? Like we're gonna look back on this podcast in like a year, and we'll be like, dude, we thought we knew everything then. Like we didn't know shit. Look at where we
Nah,
are.
no, I don't know shit.
Same. I've kind of just like accepted like I don't know anything.
I feel like people think like anyone successful in any way is like some kind of like genius or like know something that you don't. Like I mean, at least me, I don't know. Like I don't know anything that you guys don't. Like I don't have any special connections. Like I literally worked at a pizza restaurant. I had no connections, zero. I didn't know these guys. I didn't know any celebrities. I didn't know anyone. All I knew was like my friends and my family, and that's it. And that wasn't anyone too, crazy connected. And like you just learn this shit over the internet and in books and stuff, and then just apply it. Like it's not anything that you don't already have. Like if you want to get it, you could get it.
100%, I agree with you. And I feel like kind of the world and life just really draws the people who have similar mindsets to you and like similar goals together. Like hence that group chat we have, like where all of us like we have the same mission, we have the same goal. Like we're always just constantly giving each other advice, like helping each other out. And like I feel like that's just you need to have people in your life that have the same
Like-minded
goals and
people.
same vision. Yep, exactly.
I
And on
agree.
the other side of that coin, like no one is gonna want to connect with you if you're always the type of person that is making excuses. Like people
Yeah,
want to connect with somebody that is gonna find a way. They want to connect with someone they know that this person is gonna be successful, whether it's one way or another. And if you're one of those people that is constantly second guessing themselves and like, is this collection good enough? Is this gonna be the right blank? Are they gonna like what am I gonna do for shipping? Like no one's gonna want to connect with you because you clearly are letting everything become something of an obstacle. Whereas you could let it be everything help push you in a better direction. And like just people don't want like if you're not successful and you think any of those type of things or you think in that way at all, that's what you need to change. You don't need to change like which which stock you're investing in or whatever. Like fix your mindset, everything else will follow, and you'll meet the right people too.
definitely. And I like what you said earlier this morning to one of our friends. You said things will be as big of a deal as you make them to people. That can
Yeah,
be applied
exactly.
negatively and positively. If you have a shirt that you want to sell crazy, like this shirt is huge. Like you need to get this big deal shirt. It's awesome. Or you could be like, man, like I'm sorry we messed up this blah blah blah. Like it's a big deal blah blah. Like it just really can go both ways with
Yeah, people are gonna be like, you know what? It did take a long time with my shipping. Like maybe I should contact my bank. Like this is crazy. But if you're just like, hey, like we're sorry about like the shipping. We're gonna work on it, and don't make like a too big of a deal on it. Don't dwell on it. People will just be like, all right, sucks, but like they're figuring it out. Like that's not to say don't like to be disingenuous, but just realize your attitude has a direct impact on the consumer and the customer, the follower's attitude. So that's why, you don't want to just say like, all right, I have a collection dropping later this month. You want to be like, yo, I have the craziest collection dropping. This is like I've never worked hard on like make it a big deal. Like, and it is a big deal to you, but you got to show them that it is, and then
definitely.
they'll start to understand that. That's something
Yeah.
I didn't do for like my first few collections, and that's when I was selling like 30 shirts, and wondering why it wasn't working because I thought like if it's cooler to be a cool guy and like not show that you care, but no one else is gonna care if you don't.
Exactly. And this is another question I like to ask people too. What does your family like think of everything you're doing, like all the goals you've achieved, like how far you've really come? Like what do they support you fully? Like what are they thinking?
Oh, they definitely support me fully. Um, it was a little slower at first. Like, not everyone wanted me to leave, even though I had the cosign from Billy. They didn't want me to leave the pizza place. Actually, I think I said the name, so you should probably edit that out. But um, we'll just say the pizza place. They didn't want me to leave. They just thought like, you know, yeah, you got this going on, but like, who knows if it's really gonna work? Like that was kind of the attitude, but I knew it was, and eventually, there's really not any arguing with like results and like what they're seeing. So everyone is
Yeah,
super supportive now, and they're happy that I'm in RISD, and like, the fact that I'm gonna have a degree, which is a reason because I'm so oppositional that makes me want to drop out, so I can show them that I don't need the degree, but. It does give you that parental support, so I guess that's cool.
yeah, you're just kind of doing it for yourself, not really anyone else. And I like that a lot.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, my family is super supportive, super awesome.
It's great. I feel like when you're like doing something artistic, you kind of just need that support from your family. Like I don't know what I would do if my family like didn't really say like, hey, I fully believe in you. Like you can do anything you want in the world. Like I'm very blessed to have that, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Not everyone has that.
Okay, so the Target tees, I absolutely love that concept. Like, how did you think of that? Like, if you have a problem, let's take it up in aisle fucking 6. Like, that's so good.
Bro, I seen these shirts on Facebook. I was like, uh, my husband is a forklift driver, uh, born on December 4th, and he like is a patriot. I don't know, like these mad
Like
specific
super
as fuck
specific
shirts.
stuff.
Yes, mad specific, and I thought it was so funny, and also like, who gives a fuck that you're a forklift driver? And I just was like, that's how employee shirts should be. Like, that'd be so funny if like that was the forklift company's actual shirt. And so I was just like, yeah, but that could be like for any company. Like that could be literally like Chick-fil-A or Target or any brand. So I don't know. That's kind of where the initial inspiration came from, but I didn't start. It's not like I saw the forklift tee and was like, I have to do this for Target. It kind of festered in my mind a little bit, and then one day I was just like, I want there to be. Oh, you know what it was too? I thought Target had a sick logo, and I thought that it reminded me of like an archive tee, and
Huh.
like an archive fashion tee that could be from like 1993 or something. If done correctly. So I started working on that, and then I kind of combined it with that Facebook type of look, and I don't know, it came out with a kind of unique result.
You did good with that. I like that a lot. It's really funny. All right, this is another topic I really wanted to bring up on the podcast. So I know you're a huge fan of movies. Like I have that list screenshotted from the account called Reno Inspiration or Reno Quotes. I can't remember what it was
Vision.
called. Reno Vision. That's the account. It's like his that account's goated, by the way. Like it has the list of like your favorite movies and like movies you recommend. I watched so many of them just because of that list. And like how important do you think movies are for like inspiration, like taking your mind off of things? Like movies are just really important to me too.
Well, man, I've come to realize with so many things, like I thought that it was like a universal thing, uh, like everyone has to watch movies to get inspired, everyone has to read books. But I just found out that it's just so different for so many people. Like some people get no inspiration from movies from watching them. I get like all the inspiration from watching movies and consuming different forms of media. Like another thing about me is like if I don't eat really healthy, I literally just can't even function in life. Like I f- I I feel like just a walking piece of shit. Like I can't think, I can't be productive if I don't eat right. But that's not everybody. Like not everyone is like that.
Yeah.
So movies for me is like 100% essential. Inspiration for motivation for like standards, taste, but not everybody is like that. But yeah, that's definitely what it is for me.
I love watching movies and anime. Those would inspire me.
Same. I totally get what you're saying though, like where it's like if you don't eat healthy, like I feel like everyone in their life just has that kind of one thing they need like to do every single day. Like for me, like I need to have every morning when I wake up. I need to have tea. I just need to. Like I can't function without it. I feel weird if I don't have tea or some kind of nice like healthy drink in the morning, or if I'm not drinking enough water. Or and then at the night, like I have to like for my day to feel complete. I guess you would say is I have to consume some kind of media like right before I go to bed. I have to watch an episode of TV. I have to watch a movie. Like I just have to for some reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So Sam, like, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, I would say the first one that always comes to mind when people say that is A Clockwork Orange, because I don't think any movie has just affected my life like that movie has, but th- I I don't know if it's fair to call it my favorite. Like there's
Mhm.
so many that I love and that have impacted my life. Like that's another one. Like I can't pick my favorite child, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I
What's
feel
it would
that.
be
the
that one, Fight Club, shit like that.
mhm.
Club.
What's the last movie you watched?
I think it was I think it was Leon the Professional.
I've never heard of
Oh
that.
no, you know what it was? It was Soul. That new movie Soul.
Soul.
Oh, the Disney movie.
Yeah, that shit was so fire, bro. Yo, that movie is so sick.
I haven't seen that.
The
I gotta
last
check that out.
movie, the last movie I watched was Midnight Madness. Have you ever seen that?
I've never seen that.
It's a movie. I think it was from 1980 is when it came out. It's a movie of like these kids. I think they're like in college. There's like four or five kids that get like this invitation, and then, like they all get it. It says to go to the same place. And this guy, he's like, basically he tells him he's got like this like crazy scavenger hunt all around like LA or wherever they are. And all of them are like, nah, like why would I do this? It's a waste of time. Then over the course of like the few days before the scavenger hunt, they all end up like, they're like, no, I'm gonna actually do it. Like this is they like something happened to all of them. They're like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So then they all did it, and it was a really good movie. I don't want to spoil it in case you want to watch it, but it's really good. And it's from like 1980.
Yeah, I want to check that out for sure.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
So back in, I want to say you were in high school at the time. You're on the news. How did that happen?
Oh, uh, basically, I had this girl who went to my school, I believe. I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure this girl went to my school and she was just aware of the things that I was doing and stuff and what was happening with me. And her mom worked for the news. And basically, her mom hit me up and was like, "Hey, we work for WPBF News. I believe it was WPBF, some local news station. And you know, you're cool. What you have going on is cool. And you know, we want to do a segment on you." And she literally just DM'd me that, and I was like, "All right, that's cool. What do we have to do?" And then just worked it out. And this guy came over and interviewed me, got some B-roll of me like scrolling through my sketchbook and stuff like that, and I was on the news.
Dude, if that happened to me when I was in high school, I would have been like so hyped. Well,
I mean, yeah, it was awesome. I was like, damn, on the
That's
news, it
crazy.
was that easy.
I got front page of the newspaper in the summer. I bought
I,
like what'd you say?
said I saw that.
Is
I
that
went
last?
to no, it was this summer.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, last summer, I
alright.
guess. But I went to the store and I bought like 20 copies.
That's awesome. I would too.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, that's really cool you do that. So right now we're like an hour in. I guess we can kind of like wrap it up for now. Like I definitely want to have you on for another episode. So I'll kind of ask like a couple outro questions. So a lot of people are asking when the next drop is, and I had someone say like I bought the sticker pack the first time. When can I expect one again? So like what are your future plans for like Reeno Clothing?
So I was very light on the drops last year, just because my main focus was getting things set up for more mock-up packs. Because at the end of the day, those will be making me money while I'm, you know, doing clothing drops and I'm trying to get through college, you know? Like I said I got a good scholarship, but I still have like tens of thousands of dollars to pay every semester. So, like, you know, just had to focus on that for a second, but now that that's kind of set up, I'm planning to do a lot more drops this year, like maybe five drops, something like that.
And I have one coming out next month in February called Kun Pasina, which means blood and sweat. So that one is coming out next month, and then might have some collabs coming with some people that you guys might know, and then some more drops. But yeah, we're gonna have a lot of drops this year. It's gonna be fun. I'm back on it.
Tell me about those collabs once we get off the podcast. I want to hear about these.
Yeah, I got you.
No, but everyone, make sure you check out Reeno. Plug your socials.
Okay, so Reeno Stews on Instagram, ReenOSTUS, and then Reeno Studios on Twitter, and Reeno Studios on YouTube. Am I forgetting any?
Website, Reeno Clothing.
Yeah, Reeno Clothing.
Oh yeah, website Reeno Clothing, and then the other website for the mockup packs is ReenoStudios.com. And I also have a Discord. You could just go to my highlights on Reeno Stews if you want to join that. Yeah, I think that should cover it.
Yeah, everyone definitely
Also
check out.
check out my Twitter. Go and read my Twitter because I have some gems in there.
Yeah, definitely read the Twitter. Go through all of Reeno stuff. Like if you have time one day, just take a deep dive through YouTube, Twitter, everywhere. Check him out. Also follow the pool table on Instagram. Thanks for listening. Peace.